game here in the second round and in our eliminations. First set begins. Thank you for watching our coverage via Heart of Asia. Sa lahat ng mga kapuso nating nanonood online, NCAA Philippines and GMA Sports PH. This is how we'll open the match. It is Joan Duguna. Expect a lot of attempts from Duguna today.
Yes, definitely. And yun nga, after a little miss received there at the start, after a hustle play, Duguna getting this point to open up our game today.
Yung graduating players ng LPU will be getting the most reps in this game as Ming Puzon serves. You know what she can do from that area. Duguna tried to get there pero medyo nadakot niya yung bola.
Just a little too soft on the save here, and nothing Venice Puzon could do about that.
Talking about revelations here in the league, Ayadin Singh is turning out to be a solid and a bona fide scorer for the Lady Blazers. In the off-season, siya na yung ginagamit. She showed her explosiveness as we see here, Coach Cromwell Garcia. Pero dito sa second round natin, siya na yung pinagkatiwalaan netong Benilde to start. Lieses. That's good for Ash Lieses.
Ash Lieses, also one of the offensive options for Benilde. We've also seen her progress dito sa ating season, no? And nakikita mo na medyo mas confident na siya gumalaw sa loob.
Yeah. A rookie, itong si Ash Lieses. Joan Duguna with her second point.
Duguna opening this set with 2 points already.
And, we keep talking about Ming Puzon graduating for LPU na napakaraming nagawa sa kanyang karera dito sa NCAA. Joan Duguna, we also saw her grow here in the league as a player.
Yes.
Diba? Now, she has transformed herself into a surefire scorer. Okay, puntahan natin ngayon para sa kanyang unang report. Nandito si Mikaela Mindanao. Mikaela?
Martin and Cara, although the Final Four is out of reach for the Lady Pirates, this game is far from meaningless, and let me tell you why. For both graduating seniors, Joan Duguna and Venice Puzon, nasabi nga nila sa akin na their biggest achievement in the team was against the Lady Blazers in the Season 98 Finals, a game that gave them pride and made history for their school. Now, before bidding farewell, having the Benilde Blazers as their last game, it sets a reminder of how far they've come and how much they've achieved in the team. For their last game, buong puso at tapang ang ibibigay nila. Para sa koponan naman ni Coach Onyok Gatigan, nasabi niya sa akin na this game can be a huge help para sa kumpiyansa ng team before entering the Final Four. Sabi pa nga ni Coach that them playing their best is also their sign of respect to their opponents. Kaya his instruction was to give it their all and play their best in this match. All for now, Martin and Cara.
Thank you so much, Mikaela Mindanao. Ayan, kwento mula sa graduating players nitong LPU. It's nice because they faced Benilde, as we see, Zam Nolasco. Put it down right there.
With a good running attack. And sabi nga din Coach Nyok, they are respecting whoever their opponent is and they're going to play their best as we saw there.
The way they respect, though, is they dominate their opponents. That's,
yes.
Their way of respecting them. Okay, bigay namin sa inyo yung best game namin. But again, for the graduating players, gandang moment to kasi tama. Season 98, first time in the Final Four, and they reached the finals against Benilde. Now, in their last game, they are playing them again.
And they are actually showing, diba, a lot of heart here.
Yeah.
You can see their defense holding up kahit na they have errors like that. Nakikita pa rin natin medyo mahaba yung rallies, diba? Nadidig nila yung mga palo ng Benilde. So yeah, great showing for the seniors most especially.
6-3 start though for Benilde. This is a running attack from Martin. Jonah Dolorito. Basarte over to Ash Lieses, who goes down the line.
But the defending champions, of course, diba, with their great form.
Yeah.
And here Ash Lieses with a down the line hit.
Like sinasabi sa atin ng mga seniors nila, pati si Coach Onyok. Etong lieses sa ensayo, napakalakas. Kaya itong pinapakita nila sa court, parang konting porsyento pa lang yan. Marami pa silang maibibigay. It's an 8-3 start here for Benilde as we go to our first technical timeout. Oh no.
Oh, I think
There's a challenge
yes, we're getting our first challenge for the game.
Okay, block touch. Ina-action pa ni Coach Wanta. Saan dumami? Okay. But, ito yung LPU Lady Pirates. Ang importante sa kanila is they transition the setter well. Kasi next si Kat Galedo. So, maturuan siya ng Venice ng mga tricks and of course, establish the connection with the spikers right away.
Oh yes, and syempre alam natin na si Venice Puson has been the part of the core team for LPU and yun nga, carrying on that role of the essential playmaker is a big task for LPU for the next season.
And one of the biggest reasons why they made the Final Four in the last 2 seasons dito sa NCAA natin. On the other side, for Benilde, they started 7-2 and then in the second round, they're back to their old form. Sabi nila, okay, we just need to get the first round out of the way and then we'll get back to business.
Yes, and they also found the perfect combination so far for their first 6.
Oh,
Yes, because we saw them shuffle, diba? All their players, their deep bench, nakalaro lahat. And finally, sabi nga nila, Coach Onyok, naka-decide na sila kung sino yung maglalaro moving forward to the Final Four.
At mapapansin mo yan if you check the stats every now and then, lalo yung sa scoring leaders ng Benilde, hindi na natin alam kung sino na ba ang nangunguna sa kanila sa scoring because in the initial part of the season, it was Wewe Estoque.
Yes.
And then Zam Nolasco took over. Ayan, humahabol na si Densing ngayon, yeses. So, and even Clydel Catarig, who was one of the more efficient spikers in the first round, diba? Nausungan na rin nung, dahil syempre nagsishuffle itong si Coach Onyok.
Oh, parang hindi na nila inisip yung stats, like kung sino yung pinakamataas na scorer. It's really finding the perfect combination. And yun nga yung pinaka-importante for Benilde because yun nga, nakakatawa no, na parang sabihin natin na yun yung quote-unquote problem na hindi pa nila alam kung sino yung may
What a
game
problem.
Yeah, what a problem. Pero they finally figured out and ayun nga, ganda naman ang pinapakita. Oh, yeah, we see here, yes, a block touch.
Challenge successful.
So, successful challenge para kay Coach Cromwell Garcia. So, it's gonna be a replay of the point. So, let's have Aya Densing again. Ayun na pinapakita natin si Faith de Guzman had a fantastic game against Arellano. Dahil nagsastruggle nung una si Duguna, pinasok siya ni Coach Cromwell and she produced. She was one of the reasons why that game stretched out to a 5-setter. Middle attack from Nolasco. Here comes Mochilias. There's an error. Oh, it's gonna be LPU's point.
Ashley is admitting, sorry. At yeah, that's a point for LPU.
Sumabit lang sa net. So now Ashley Mochilias.
Now serving.
A piece for LPU's future in volleyball. Running attack, Nolasco. Hard to stop that. 8-4 lead for Benilde as we go to our first break.
What is up mga ka-NCAA? Ako po si Christine Sanagutin. Kahit anong bagyo ay susuungin para lang...
Of our scoring sequence of our first 12 points in the match. It is Benilde starting off strong, 3-zip run, 2-0, or yeah, a couple of 3-0 runs for the Lady Blazers. And then, 2-0 lang pala itong nasa itaas. Ito, 3-0 to reach 8 points already.
And ito yung mga little runs na very important if you want to keep your lead, diba? Palitan kayo ng points, pero if you have small runs like that, lumalaki yung cushion mo.
Oo. Kaya, dun mo rin nakikita yung nagiging tema ng laro natin. You know, how teams are pulling away. And how much they're dominating the match as Dolorito produces her first point.
Beautiful down-the-line hit for Dolorito.
This is Jonah Dolorito. Yan, pumasok nung pandemic dito sa LPU. Great discovery as well for Coach Cromwell as Maikago. Toguna, nandun si Dorog sa likod. Here's the backline hit. Rivas pops it up. Here's the middle attack. Rejected by Nolasco.
Good defense from LPU, but Zam Nolasco just all over that play. As you see here, inabangan lang niya. Good intention, pero she's just too tall and just too ready.
Yeah. Zam Nolasco should be our most improved player this season. She was a force last year, but what she's showing this year in attacking and blocking is unreal.
I agree. And yung presence lang niya sa court, parang malaki na yung confidence ni Benilde na may blocker sila in front.
Yeah.
Like her.
Lagi may intimidation factor as Mike's sends it short. Nice intention. This is how Maikago gets her points. Yung mga placement hits.
Yeah.
Saw the spot, but unable to bring the ball there.
Good intention, pero nakulangan lang siya. And yun nga, we saw in the last few sequences yung pressure ng defense na binibigay ng LPU, no?
Oo, itong LPU again, they've been playing excellent floor defense here in the opening set, forcing Benilde to longer rallies as Christian Dangan gets the point back off the block.
So far, the middle blockers of Benilde really doing the damage. And ang taas ng efficiency ni Zam and ni Ondangan.
Here's Pasarte. Dancing with the power tip. Popped up by Mochilias. Nakabuelo si Duguna. Dancing. Kagawa ng paraan. Puzon. Back to Joan. Cross court. Ketigan somehow gets it. But this is a chance ball. Soft tip. Oh, boy pa. Wow, Benilde did not give up. Oh, soft touch will not work again. Dolorito, binuhay. Rally continues, our longest so far. And it is not yet done. Mike's.
Wow, good digs.
Lopez was there. Back row hit.
Oh.
It's good for Dolorito.
Dolorito ending that beautiful rally. We saw an exchange of great digs from both sides. And yun nga, ito. Confusing the two defenders at the back.
That was a great exchange. Oh, Ming. Bumalik lang. Yung kanyang serve. Touch the net. 11-7 is the tally. Well, Estoque with the early entry. So, Coach Onyok will and Coach Jerry will shuffle their players. Kasi si Estoque, second set na to pumapasok.
Oo nga, usually second set na nga natin siya nakikita.
And she's gotten so good at that. Talking about Joan Duguna, yung mga off-the-block na hit na yan.
Tinarget pa niya si Estoque na medyo malamig pa.
I can't say Estoque is a short blocker because she has that elevation.
Oh yes,
diba?
Definitely.
Ito siya, magpaparamdam. Dolorito. Estoque! Wow!
What a statement entry for Estoque.
Just carrying so much power.
Yep. And seeing that slight gap in between the blockers there.
12-8. Puzon. Dolorito. It returns to their side. Back set this time. Mochilias. That is covered by Basarte. Ito na si Densing. Dolorito off speed. Easy pop-up. No, Lasco. Oh, Lopez
good
was
dig.
there. Densing deflected. That's a check ball for Aya Densing.
Again, another good rally with a lot of good digs. But the Aya Densing just powering through and walang magawa yung depensa ng LPU.
Ito, excited tayo makita yung growth for Benilde because she's already a crafty scorer. And it's only her first year. Moving forward, mas magiging mautak pa siya.
Oo, di ba pag mas nakuha pa niya yung diskarte and yung kumpiyansa with her other teammates.
This is Mochilias countering
Angelica Cruz.
for
Serving.
LPU. Now it's Angelica Cruz proceeding here on the service line. Estoque mula sa gitna. That catches the line.
Willie Estoque.
Another great combination play from Benilde.
It's just too much firepower and consistency at this point for the Lady Blazers. Nakikita natin magaganda yung exchange. But this is Heart Bio entering the game for the first time. So we assume that she has recovered fully from her back injury that kept her out in the last 2 games. Kasi kahit dito natin nakikita as we see that execution from LPU that you have to play brilliant volleyball just to score
Yes.
against Benilde.
Yes.
Diba?
Hindi pwedeng may lapse.
Oo.
Kailangan brilliant throughout the whole sequence.
Kasi you think you got them figured out. Kita mo yan. Wewe Estoque with her 3rd point of the match.
Ganda ang gising ni Wewe Estoque today.
Wow. Estoque converts. And ito isa pa nag-improve as Clyde Katarig enters the match.
Another shuffle of players dito sa side ng green and white.
And I think this is wise for the Lady Blazers because if they do end up at number 1, they will play again Sunday. That's the start of our Final 4. So only a 1-day rest and prep for Benilde if ever.
And that's also the beauty of a very deep bench,
Yeah.
diba? Pwedeng pahingahin mo muna yung main players mo. Kaya muna mag-step up ng iba like Clyde.
Without exactly compromising anything.
Yes.
Because you know they can deliver. All right, 16-10 for the defending champions. Timeout muna tayo.
What is up mga ka-NCAA? Ako po si Christine Sanagustin. Kahit anong bagyo ay susuungin para lang mabisita ang mga atleta natin ngayong araw. Nandito tayo sa University of Perpetual Health System Data para syempre, suportahan ng ating mga atleta at panoorin ang kanilang pep rally. Stage is ready. Let's give it up for our athletes.
Ganda ng mga
Welcome back to the coverage. And Wewe Estoque, instant production off the bench already with 3 points. Clyde Katarig, kakapasok lang din, pumuntos agad.
Mainit-init na pagkapasok.
This is Sir Dax Castellano, Mancom rep of De La Salle College of St. Benilde, watching intently both of his teams. Ito, kino-confirm pa natin dito in the men's division. They have that twice to beat advantage. Here, nasa kanila rin ang twice to beat advantage as Mochilias scores after the timeout.
Mochilias has been one of the go-to offense options today for LPU, and she's really giving them the points.
Yeah, since replacing Jaja Tulang in the opposite side when she went down with that elbow injury. And nabigyan ng oportunidad magpakitang gilas sa itong si Mochilias, and she is not disappointing. She's isa sa mga malaking revelation din sa side ng LPU as Pio shuts the door.
Block point.
Great block from Artia here. Also a great read after nakalusot si Clydel sa kanya ng ilang puntos. This time, shutting her down.
Well, 16.
Great to see Hart back out there. Ooh, outside. That's just too tough for Dolorito.
Targeting zone 1 pero just went wide.
This is the promise of Coach Cromwell Garcia to this team. Lalaban tayo hanggang dulo. Dapat lumaban tayo hanggang dulo. So that's the expectation today. Ooh! Ito, nagawan mo pa ng paraan yun, di ba?
Napakabilis.
Grabe. Late on the reaction, but somehow was still able to get to it. Itong si Ashley SS. Another one. Another pop-up. Katarig. Sending it long.
Bola.
13.
Kanina pa ni Clydel tina-target yung down the line, pero this time it was just too high.
Nung siya pa yung babad sa Benilde, siya yung number 1 sa spiking efficiency. Si Clydel Katarig. Pero nagpalit. Nung iba na yung ginagamit ng mga player. Ayan.
Alam naman natin na lahat sila may capability.
That's such a unintentional flex for the Lady Blazers. As we see, bumawi naman.
Ayan, kanina pa niya tina-target itong down the line, recognizing na si Venice Puzon yung blocker niya.
So 18-13, comfortable lead for Benilde. Doguna will try to get one back, and she does.
Joa Doguna.
Doguna also has a lot of power behind that swing, and we see her here powering through that block.
We don't mind if she ends up with 30 points today, as Ming Puzon sends straight to the net. This is uncharacteristic for Puzon.
I know, I was going to say,
diba?
She's one of our best servers in the league, and I think nakadalawang service error na siya.
Number 16.
Meron bang effect yung last game ko na,
Baka.
di ba?
Yeah.
Sige nga,
For
kwento mo
some,
your last day as a collegiate player. Kasi syempre ibang collegiate. You know, a lot of professional players say, namnamin niya yung experience na yan kasi isang beses lang yan mangyayari sa buhay mo. And of course, school pride is different as well.
oo, syempre.
How was your last
iba
day?
talaga yun. Iba talaga yung fighting for your school. Diba? And I just remember parang just giving my all. Parang kahit anong mangyari, I have to give everything for the team. Kahit manalo, matalo, just, play every point. Like your life depends on it.
Yeah, I'm sure that's the mindset here as LPU wins a long exchange. That's a good rally again.
And also a good read from Venice Puzon. Setting up that play and getting that 30.
Sa'yo ba binigay ni Jem yung bola nung last day mo?
Hindi ko na maalala. Hindi ko na maalala.
Ayan, shoutout po kay... Pero siya yung setter mo.
Yes.
Okay. Shoutout to Jemster. Jem
Hi,
Ferrer.
Jem.
Who was coached, by the way, by the legendary Jerry Yee in high school. Alright, let's go to Coach Crom.
Receive ulit tayo ng isa. Kailangan makareceive ha. Okay. One good attack. Hindi pag napatay natin, balik tayo service line natin eh. Kargahan natin yung bola natin. Okay. Kailangan yung bola natin kinakagat para mahirapan mo sila mag-set play. Ha? Let's go. Go.
Alright. Coach Cromwell, ayaw bitawan itong first set. They're only down by 5 here. Pero yung mga habol nila, mamaya, masisilip natin sa scoring sequence. Pag nag-a-attempt sila humabol, pipigilan lagi ng Benilde.
Yes. I was gonna say nga na 5 points siya, pero it doesn't seem that way when you watch them play. Yung hustle nila inside, parang 2 or 3 points na lang eh.
Parang dikit na yung laban natin.
Oo.
And that timeout by Coach Crom worked its side purpose. Service error on Benilde. Lieses will try. And now LPU has a chance to trim the lead here. Mochilias. Her shot returned. And that's Saxon Lasco putting it down. But there will be a challenge.
Yeah, I think
Reaching beyond.
Denise was motioning na umover sa net si Zam.
This is the first time I'm seeing this this card. Yung reaching beyond. Parang inspirational card eh. No? Reaching beyond.
Reaching beyond. Yeah, pero for those
You
of
are
you
reaching beyond.
who do not know kung ano yung challenge na to, so pag tumawid ang bola sa kabilang side, pwede na dapat kunin ang opponent. Pero kapag hindi pa, if it's still on your side of the court, hindi dapat tinatamaan ng opponent yung side niya. Parang nag-ano ka eh, you're stopping the play from happening. So hindi dapat nangyayari yun.
Doon nangyayari yung tawag na overreaching. Ayan. Kasi, well, Zam can help it as we see the sequence here. Ito.
Yes. Ayan, palitan ng points.
Kaya hindi makaalagwa ng gusto itong LPU. They're trying to make a run, but every time they score, mabilis na babalik nitong Benilde Lady Blazers.
May sagot at may sagot itong Lady Blazers. And yun nga, hindi nakikita sa score sheet. Pero, di ba, yung laban nila in terms of the hustle sa defense, nakikita talaga natin.
That's right. Was it an overreach? It looked like it was still on the side of
Yes.
LPU.
So yan, hindi pa po tumatawid yung bola sa side ng Benilde. But we see Zam reaching out for that ball. And this challenge is successful for the LPU Lady Pirates.
And first consecutive points in a while for LPU. They bring down the lead to 3. This is Cruz, backup middle blocker. Today she started for Bio. This is Nolasco with a power tip. Bumawi agad si Zam.
Samantha Nolasco.
Kanina pa natin nasasabi, meron at merong sagot itong Lady Blazers. They have offensive options at each turn of that rotation.
At yung mga teams natin, hirap sa mga atake ni Zam Nolasco as Jonah Dolorito explodes for that cross-court kill.
And we know the power that the Dolorito spike has. And she's had a few this game. And another clean hit for her there.
So 18-21, Mochilias to serve. Torog with a good first ball. They go back to Zam, who is still unstoppable.
Zam Nolasco has been the go-to girl today for Chiney Basarte. And why not, diba?
Yeah. And that's the difference with the Lady Blazers. Ang bigay sa gitna nila matataas. You know, they're not looking for quicks. Sa mga gitna nila, they like the high balls because, well, they have the elevation and height.
Parang sabi nila, ba't ko papahirapan yung taller spikers ko, diba?
Yeah.
Bigyan natin sa kanya yung mataas kasi kitang-kita niya dun sa taas.
Unlike in the previous years when they still had Mitch gamit as Pio commits the attack error. Si Mitch kasi either running attack o kaya yung mga quick attack sa gitna.
Yes.
Okay. Coach Crom again.
Tapo na mahaba. Kasi malaki yung gitna eh. Yan. Habang nagumagalaw tayo sa loob ng court, pinabasa din natin dapat yung nagagawa ng kalaban natin. Sino ba yung nasa tapat natin? Kuha ng advantage. Pag malaki, alam mo na dapat yung gawin mo. Ha?
Okay, go tayo!
And as mentioned by Coach Crom, again, recognizing yung laro ng middle blockers natin today for Benilde. Kailangan basahin lahat ng mga galaw nila because right now, Basarte is going to them a lot.
Yeah. And since the consecutive points nitong LPU, it's been a 3-1 run for Benilde. So a quick and effective response for the defending champions as they close out the opening set. Bio, hard put down, but it went out.
Good intention from Bio, but sayang, just went wide.
Set point.
Set point for Benilde. Ashley SS will start. Ming. Katigan was prepared. Here's Kylie SS. They go back to Jonah, who scores again.
Jonah Dolorito still delivering. Again with another cross-court hit na hindi lang maabot ni Gatingan.
And they've been trying, talking about LPU. You know, their scorers have shown up here in set number 1. And now she connects from the service line.
So a mini run here for LPU so far. And after scoring from a spike, we have a service ace from Dolorito.
Jonah Dolorito. Solid game so far. Now she has an ace to her name, but she sends this one straight to the nets. And that's how we will end the first set. It goes to Benilde 25-20, and they take the 1-set lead to the match.